Hello, welcome to my channel, guys. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Megan and I absolutely love making homemaking videos. So we do a lot of cleaning, we do cooking, baking, decorating, and all of the things, all of the life things. So thank you again for clicking on my video, and I did get a few new subscribers from my last video. A bigger influx than I've seen in a bit. So I really appreciate that, and your support means the world to me. And I'm all about community building and uplifting each other, and just getting through everything together. So anyways, we're going to start in a little bit of a different place than where I usually start my videos, and we're going to be in the master bedroom here and just kind of straightening up. I'm doing a very brief kind of overview of the main areas of the house today. I don't hit the bathrooms, but we do, the master bedroom. I do my daughter's room, and we're going to go downstairs to the kitchen, living room, and just kind of do like a quick little overhaul to get the house reset. And it felt really good on this day to have all of this done. So yeah, I always like to make my bed first and just kind of get that out of the way, and then just kind of move from there. So I did get a new comforter. I know if you guys watched my Christmas decorate video a few months ago, I talked about this, and I did get a new comforter. You guys haven't seen it yet, I don't think, but it is just, it's a little bit thicker than what we wanted. So I ended up just going back to the quilt that we have. And my daughter actually, one day I was working, and I work from home for reference. I have a full-time job outside of YouTube. So I get to blame that on my inconsistencies with posting. But anyways, I was working, and she had lipstick, and she loves to get my makeup, and I've since kind of put a childproof lock on that drawer, but not before she was able to stain this quilt. So I tried to bleach it and everything, and it didn't come out. So anyways, if you see some marks on the comforter or on this quilt, that's what that was. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and just fold some towels. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I do laundry, I absolutely hate, I'm fine getting it washed, dried, all that good stuff, but it's putting it away is just my arch nemesis. I hate it. So but whenever I have towels to do, I don't mind it. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's a break, because it's just so mindless that you don't have to think about it. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. And I am curious to know if you guys roll your towels up like this, or do you just kind of fold them? It depends on where they go in our house on how we fold it. So our regular towels, washcloths, hand towels that we use for the bathroom, we roll those, and I keep the towels in that metal kind of bin, and then the washcloths and the hand towels go in this kind of wicker basket. But if I'm putting something in the kitchen, then I fold it a different way. And if it's the gray towels are for our dog, so those kind of towels are folded a different way and stored somewhere else. So I don't know, it's just so interesting, and I would like to know what you guys do. Also, I did want to quickly mention, if you're new here, we do have a 1-year-old daughter, and she actually sleeps in the bed with us, and I love it. It has been working great. For us personally, she, sleeps well with us, but we moved her crib from her nursery, which she had never slept in, and moved it into our bedroom in hopes that, we could transition her from our bed to her crib. And it just never happened. So anyways, I do have that little Easter egg garland hanging on her crib. If she slept in it, I wouldn't have it there. So I just wanted to point that out. So I was talking to you guys upwards of 5 minutes, and literally I think I was sitting out of the frame. I've since moved. Yeah, you couldn't even see me. Okay, you couldn't. It wasn't a good look. So I took my dog out. I've done all kinds of stuff in between then and now. So I honestly don't remember exactly where I left off at, but I think I was talking about I have a dilemma here. And so I have this baby book, and I'm obviously very happy with this. I did a lot of research on which one I wanted, blah blah blah. So anyways, I really love this baby book, but it only goes up to age 5. So it only goes up to when they're 5 years old, and then after that it drops off. There's nothing else to fill out, because it's a baby book. It's for their baby years. So makes sense. But then I got this book. It's called the Childhood Memory Book. And beautiful, love this book, absolutely, no complaints at all. I got this as a present when I was pregnant with her, and from one of my friends, and it goes up to when they're 18. So it even has like a place for their senior year graduation photos, like all this stuff. And you know, there's just so much more detail in this one, and so much more to fill out, and you know, it just goes along with them their entire childhood. So I feel like I would have really enjoyed having something like this to look back on. So I'm like, you know, that's a really nice gift, I feel like, to give your child. But I'm like, you know, up until, where is it? Okay, it's year 1. Up until here, she's getting ready to turn 2 in April. This is year 2 starting. All of this is arguably, you know, it's already filled out in 1 to 2 other books. Because I also have the belly book, which I think I talked about in a second trimester update video that I did a while back, obviously. And that book is great. It talks about pregnancy and the delivery and all that stuff. And this book also talks about that. You know, there's even place for ultrasound photos and pregnancy updates and the delivery, which her baby book did too. But it's like I've already filled that information out twice. So I don't want to go back and backfill all this information to make, you know, if I do this book, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do all of it. I'm not just going to start at year 2 and then just have all of this that's not filled out. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I, you know, do I bite the bullet and just go ahead and backfill, like go ahead and fill out all this stuff again? So that way we can have this complete book. But I'm still going to keep up with the baby book. I can't just stop that. So do you guys recommend that I just do the baby book, leave this one out? Do you guys think I should do both of them? Bite the bullet, do both of them? I feel like that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to probably do both of them. But, you know, then again, it's like if we have more kids down the road, I've got to do that for them. You know, I can't just do this for her. I'm going to have to fill out, you know, at least a bare minimum of this book again. I would have to get another one of these. Why am I like this? I feel like I'm making this so much more harder than it has to be. But, I mean, it's something that you have to think about. You know, it's like their childhood. You got to figure it out. So next, we're just going to go ahead and pick up in my daughter's room. And her room is like, I feel like it's always been a work in progress sort of as far as what I want to do in here. She still has her baby swing in the corner, as you can see, because we just haven't stored it. But I feel like she may like it for her baby dolls right now, so I don't know. She's still obviously a little bit young for that, but I feel like I would have loved that for baby dolls. So I don't know, that's the biggest reason why we haven't stored that big piece yet. But yeah, her room is super cute, but I just feel like it still looks a little bit unfinished in parts. And I think the biggest reason is probably because we took her crib out. So I have this little playhouse over here on the left, and I feel like that has, I don't know. I think that what bothers me is maybe that she doesn't have like an actual bed in here where we moved it. So maybe that's why I feel that way. But anyways, we're just going to quickly pick up in here. I don't know about you guys, but if you have a toddler, you know that they can absolutely destroy a space in like 5 seconds. So that is what had happened here. I try to straighten up her room fairly often throughout the week, but you know, it doesn't take it long to get messed up, and that's fine. I want her to play and have fun with all of her toys that she has, and you know, enjoy it. I didn't get into any deep cleaning today, just, you know, kind of the bare minimum pickup, you know, good old cleaning job. But I have some ideas for maybe some more organization in her room that I'm going to do. Maybe we have like our eye on this little shelf that's like a sage green color. And I have an idea of like maybe putting some baskets and things in that and organizing her toys a little bit more. But I also had this conversation the other day with one of my friends, but I also am guilty of like feeling like things have to be Pinterest perfect. And it's like, you know what? Toys like can be in a toy box. Like, I mean, growing up, we had like a toy box, and that's where our toys went. Like, everything just went in that box, and like whenever you're done playing with it in your room, you just put it in like one place. So I don't know, sometimes I feel like we make things a little bit more difficult than it needs to be, but also I feel like organization makes things really nice and easy. And you know, I feel like she gets more enjoyment out of her toys, and she actually plays with her toys more whenever she can get to it and see what she has. I feel like all I do is go through this child's clothes. Like, it seems like every week or every month, like she's just growing into a different size. And some of this was just like backed up that I needed to go through anyways. Like, you can see Halloween pajamas and stuff. But anyways, these are more things that I need to add to the bins that go with the size that these are that are too small on her now. And so this is like 2 bins, and I actually have a total of 5 bins right now that are full. I mean, like stocked full of clothes and I have them folded so like teeny tiny to try to fit as much as I can in them. And yeah, I've got to get these stored. I know some people use like the like vacuum seal bags, which I might do that eventually, but I mean at this point I'm so far in, like I feel like I'm just gonna keep it like this, and then if we have another baby down the line that's also a girl, I have like obviously like a whole wardrobe. I will never have to buy a stitch of clothing for a girl if I have another girl. So anyways, really quick, I just wanted to show you guys Vivi's cute little Easter decorations that I have here. So I always decorate her bookshelves right here for whatever the season is, or at least I try to. So we have some little bunnies up here, and I always try to do like the seasonal books. We have more Easter books than any other holiday, I'm sure of it. There are like 3 other books that are down here in her little basket. So yeah, we are good on Easter books, which we're not complaining. This girl of mine, she loves when you read to her. Like we literally read like probably 5 books, 5 different books like every day that we just like rotate out. So down here I just hung like this little garland of eggs. I just thought that looked so cute. Moving on over here, her birthday stuff is in the back. So if you see like all the cardboard boxes, that's saved up things for her birthday party that's coming up in April. So over here is this sweet little bunny that I made at my mom's like several years ago. And it's got like the little carrots and stuff. It's supposed to have like a mixed print like this, so I absolutely love that. And I try to do some sort of like seasonal pillows in her little chair here, so I thought that went perfect. And up here, don't mind the snow in the back. It literally snowed so much day before yesterday. A lot of it's already melted, which is, I mean, just so funny. I'm showing you like an Easter banner here. So and there's snow in the back. But anyways, yeah, these little tulips, absolutely love them. I'm pretty sure we got these at the Dollar Tree like 2 years ago, which is insane because I think they're just so pretty. And I just love like little cutesy things like this in her room. She likes looking at it. Get these away from me, you guys. I absolutely love these things, and I have gotten in a bad habit of buying them every week. So here you can see we're just going to kind of move on down to the kitchen, and I know you couldn't hear what I was saying because I'm talking right now, but I said this was the second time I was heating up my coffee that morning, and yeah, I'm sure we've all been there, and it was just one of those mornings. But yeah, we're just going to keep knocking our to-do list out and, you know, get the house back in shape. So coffee certainly helps me to do that. And, you know, I also wanted to quickly mention that, you know, it's easy to have this feeling that you need to be put together all the time, especially posting on, you know, a platform like YouTube, something that is permanent once it's put out. You know, I have a hard time with trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I feel like I need to present myself a certain way, especially on these kind of videos. Like I don't want to ever come across as fake or, you know, like anything like that. There's also a part of me that's like, how realistic am I willing to be on on this platform? And I feel like today was a day that I definitely had not put myself together very much at all. But I feel like it's important to keep those moments in and just know that you are relatable to people. And you know, I definitely don't always have myself put together, and you know, I just wanted to mention that because I feel like sometimes I watch the people that I watch and it seems like they always have like just a really put together outfit on and their makeup done to the nines and their hair done, and I'm like, you know what, that's just not realistic, especially whenever you're always cleaning, or like whenever you're cleaning, it's not always realistic to be like that. So hopefully you guys are enjoying seeing some of those sides of me also. And you know, I like to still lead a very private life, and I don't like to put everything out on the internet. And you know, I think that I do a pretty darn good job of that. You know, I don't expose you know, things that would embarrass my family, and I won't do that with my daughter either. So I'm sure there'll be a point whenever I don't show her room anymore, but right now she's a toddler, and you know, I don't know why I'm going off on the soapbox, but I guess I'm just saying that hopefully I can, you guys know that I'm relatable, and you know, we're all just kind of getting through life together and trying to enjoy it and not wasting time on the things that don't matter. So anyways, let's keep getting our house cleaned here. And yeah, let's I think at this point I was wiping off the counters, and then we're gonna move on into the living room. Next stop, the Vivi Express over here. She loves playing on this little like nugget couch thing and putting her toys over here and just having a good time. So I was raving about this toy because it's so daggone cute. One of my sister-in-laws got this for her. It says bread shop and it has a bunch of different breads, and it came with the little tongs that you can, you know, pick the bread out and pick the bread out with, and it is just so cute. On the other side of that sign, it also has like a closed option, so you can pretend your little store is closed. But I don't know, we just have so much fun with all of her toys, and I'm glad that she has fun with them. Something that I would recommend doing, books. I wanted to show you guys a couple of Easter books that we had. The Peter Rabbit book is a staple, of course, and then the other one is called Itsy Bitsy Duckling, and it has changed the words to like the Itsy Bitsy Spider song, so it's really cute and she enjoys us going through that. But anyways, what I was going to say is we do a toy rotation. I try to do this on a weekly basis. So this little pink bag is where what I'll usually do is I'll just pick that whole bag up and I'll take it to her room and I'll dump those out and then like grab a new set of toys and bring them down. And that gives us something new to look forward to and just make sure that she is getting through all of her toys and seeing all of the things that she has and enjoying them. So that has been working out really good for us. So I would recommend that if you have a toddler. This is so funny, but Vivi loves these little tiny animals. She hides them under her little like nugget couch thing, and it is so funny. I think it's so hilarious to pull these out. You can not tell as well on camera, but she has crayon marks and marker marks all over this little table, which is fine. I mean, that's what this is for. It's a little craft table. It's just something for her to sit down at and do what she wants to do here. So I don't stress too much about that, but it does feel nice after it gets so bad to just come in and do like a quick little clean of it. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I know we were a little bit all over the place, but personally, I love those kind of videos that's not necessarily like in one room, like not just a kitchen clean or a bathroom or, whatever. So I like seeing just kind of what somebody actually does in a day, and I hope that you enjoyed this one. So if you haven't already, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe if you like this kind of content, and check in with me in my next video, guys. I can't wait to make it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.